I can't remember his name, but somebody emailed me, one of the Guitar.io students, maybe even posted it in the forums, that I've never heard anybody this passionate about learning a song. They're like, if I could learn Greensleeves on the guitar, that would be the sickest thing ever, and it's the thing I want the most. So I don't have time to do a full produced, cut lesson like we normally do on Guitar.io or YouTube. So what I'm going to do is just teach it here right now, live, and then I figured I'd record it and then cut it up later, edit it later. There's the link to the tab in the Facebook chat. So you have that, you're good to go. Let me just make sure this camera's recording. And I'm good to go. Okay. Now, this is my first time really playing this song. I went over this like once when I first saw it, and I was like, oh, this is good. And I went over it once quickly today. But you'll recognize the tune. It's in 3/4 time. And it's in the key of C, I believe, or A minor. Yeah. So start off with an A minor chord. And play the G string. And then you play, kind of roll on the next beat, the middle 4 string. So the melody is already in the chord, which is fantastic. And now you have this shape right here. And all it is a G chord. But you're only playing the inside 4 strings. You have to use the 4-finger version though. And then you have a C chord. And that I'm playing, you can just strum the whole thing as long as you get that melody note on top. And then you have a little bit more melody on top, so 1st fret and then open. And then you have a G chord, same kind of 4-finger version, but the highest note this time is the B string. And then you have the open B string. So you have to hold that, kind of keep holding that G down while you hit that open B string. And then you can move to an E minor chord and only play the bottom 4 strings. And then the melody note from the E minor, put your pinky down on the 2nd fret of the G string. And then the open B string. Then back to an A minor. Top note of B string with that next thing. Then the next melody note. Sorry. Is this the G string 2nd fret? So you're just using that shape. And then you have an F major bar chord. And you play just the bottom 4 strings. And then take your 2nd finger off to make an F minor. Then back up on that 2nd fret with your middle finger there. So the whole 1st phrase. And once you get one line of this down, if you check out the tab. Hey Daniel, how's it going, man? And I'll play this as well as I can and connect it. It's going to be a little sloppy because I don't really know it. I'm just reading it. So. Then you go to an E major and play the bottom 5 strings with the high E string head. Then the next melody note is just that same E major chord with a G. And then just the low E string and the 2nd fret. So that last E bit is just kind of strumming an E chord and then arpeggiating down. So, and then that's the whole 1st phrase, and it's really just a matter of getting that down and then paying attention to the differences. I'll play the next phrase for you. Let's say it starts back on an A minor. Sorry. That's a tricky part. It's the same up until that part. Da, 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 da. You go A minor. And then you have a quick, it's an open G chord. That could be open, just regular 3-finger G chord. And it's a quick move to just the low G right there. And then the open B string. And then you have an F major chord. then you go to an A. Let's see, where am I? Let's see. Yeah, it's an E major chord. And you have to make it with these fingers because you have to reach up here to get the fourth note right there. So just the bottom 4 strings, then 4th fret of the D string, back to the highest note on the G string, and then you go to back to an A minor. But you only hit the highest note you hit there is just the G string. So that's the whole first thing. I'll try to play the whole first thing, just to give you an example. And you watch, it's just chord shapes. Even though the tab says to, it is a Christmas tune. It's What Child Is This, also known as Greensleeves. This is a student that wants to learn it. The link is in the Facebook chat there. So I'll try to play the whole thing again. We'll see. At least to that point, and then we'll go over the B section. Gets us to that part. Now the B section, you go back to a C major chord, but instead of just a regular C, you have to have your pinky up here on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Okay, so I lost my place. Let me get it back. Okay, so pinky on top. So you have to get that walk down. So it'd be 3rd fret, 1st fret, open, all while having that C chord. Okay, then you go to G, 4-finger version. You don't have to play all 4 notes because you're only playing up to the top B. And then open B on top, then E minor, then hammer on. As soon as you hit that E minor, you have to hit the 2nd fret of the D string to get that melody to welcome. Then the open B, back to an A minor. So that melody note on top for there is the B string, and then the next melody note is just the G string. And you have an F, and basically toggling between an F and an F major and an F minor. Then go to an E, B note on top, high the open B string. G string that you're holding down there, and then just an E minor, just octave E's right there. So then it kind of starts the same phrase over again for the second half. C with a G on top, and a G, same thing, A minor, open B, so you have that G going really quick. Same kind of deal. That melody on top. E. You need to make like that again, because you have to reach out for the melody note there on the 4th fret of the D. Then. And then it ends with that little 5th fret right there on the top 3 strings. Anyway, that's the basic song. The link is in the description. It's not hard. Like that's my 3rd time to look at the tab and play it. It's a really great tune to just start learning how to pick out melodies out of chords and things like that. Classical Gas, yeah, Classical Gas is kind of a similar kind of finger style thing with melody on top. I can't play it. I've never learned it, but it's a tune that's worth learning. But if you have any questions at all, guys, now's the time. Or if you just want to chat about gear or something. I'm trying to play the whole thing all the way through. Just reading the tab. Yeah, that's it. It would if you have the patience, it's not going to take you down a long time to get that done. I don't think.